Civic Center in Collierville, Tennessee. This great big beautiful pond. Fished it 2 years ago in March, I think it was, 2016. So caught a few fish this morning. I didn't bring my camera because it's pouring the rain off and on. It may do that a little while. It may pour again from the looks of it. So I'm using my GoPro until the battery dies and save my other camera until later. The lens it's so humid, the lens has been fogging up. So let's see if we can catch a few this evening. I found a little stretch here that where I fished yesterday and caught several, that the minnows seem to be stacked up right along this bank. And hopefully I can catch a few more in a few minutes. They were schooling up quite a bit yesterday and this morning. So if you can find the minnows, stay with the minnows, because sooner or later the bass will school up. All right, let's give it a shot. Got you on my old hat cam, and I apologize for some of the shaking. I'll try not to shake so much. I have this tendency to look left and right, especially when I'm fishing, of course, to see if there's any activity, because anytime you see anything, whether the birds, whether they might be, or any surface activity or minnows or anything like that, it's best to kind of keep a lookout. Hopefully I don't drive you too crazy shaking my head back and forth. I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, but when you come to a spot and you see little rings or any shad or anything like that, any minnows acting about, then chances are the bass are lying low, just waiting to pounce on them. We'll see how this fluke works. I've got the it's called the blue red. I've used the albino. It's kind of like the albino version, but it's got a tint of red. We'll see if that works. If you can see ahead in that little pocket there, that little where it goes around the corner, that's where they've schooled up quite a bit earlier. And what I've noticed, since the wind is blowing towards me right now, it's kind of like the shad will group up there, but then the wind seems to carry them down along this bank. And throughout the morning, when I was here earlier, and the same way as yesterday, bass would just variously, not any given point, would just come up on the shad. Sometimes it might be right here where I'm standing, sometimes it might be to my left, or sometimes it might be up here in a pocket. So if you're lucky enough to be right on top of them when they start busting the schools of shad, you might luck out and get one. And then every now and then you might pick one off just by fishing around these shad, because I figure they're kind of laying low and they wait till the shad group up, and then they come in and make the kill. Now if you are here fishing these, and if you kind of notice a lot of activity on the surface before the bass come in and make their kill, the shad really start getting active, and it's as if they know something's up. So if you can pay attention to that, and if you see it from a distance, kind of work your way up there, and usually, what I found earlier, usually there's about to be an attack. There, see exactly what I'm talking about, you see? Try to make a cast. That's exactly what I was talking about. You never know when or where they might blow up. Right here, look at them. They're right here in front of me. See, it's not 100% that you're going to catch anything when they're schooling like that. I don't care if you get the lure right in front of their face. It's, you know, the odds are. Well, look at that. Now that's after they schooled, and that's what I'm talking about. Whoa! Keep some tight line on him. He's not too big, but he's a fighter. These are some tough little fish. There we go. He's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. It's not a bad one. They're definitely fighting little fish. I really love them. All right, well that's nice. We had 2 or 3 blow-ups so far. Something else I noticed, if they start blowing in this direction, or blowing up on the surface this direction, I think because the wind is coming this way, they kind of move with the bait, and that's why we got to blow up here, and I would dare say they'll be blowing up later down there. That's kind of how it's appeared to be. Now whether that's the case, I couldn't tell you for sure, but that's what it appears to be happening when they start up here. If that's the same school, they seem to follow that all the way down the bank, and then it starts all over again. Or it may be multiple blow-ups. It's just hard to tell. That's just a theory of mine. I wouldn't write that in a textbook, but you know, it's an observance. And what I mean by that is, if you know it be the case, you could kind of follow that school and maybe get several out of that one school. Now that, if you notice that fish, they weren't blowing up at the time, and I have a video talking about how to fish schools of bait. And what happens is they'll come through thrashing like that. They may not get one minnow, but they may injure a couple. So what they'll do is come back around and look to see if any minnows that are injured or might be falling through the school. So if you're fishing something like this fluke or a Cinco or anything like that, just throw it out there and let it fall. Many times they think that might be one of the injured minnows, and you might get a strike. There was one. Dang. Oh, he hit and came back, and I missed him twice. He was way out there and hit on it. That's good. wasn't ready. I think what I'll do is tie on a popper here in a little bit. Oh my gosh, how many times is he going to hit my bait? Golly, Neil. Okay. How many times is he going to hit my bait and me not catch him? He hit that one and he is off. That's a bigger fish. That is a nicer fish. That's a nicer fish. I don't want to lose him. I tell you what, they do fight. Oh yeah, much nicer. Again. Another one. Whoa! Back to back. And there's another one following him. Uh-oh. Come on. Got my fluke. Wow. Wow, that was back-to-back fish. Okay, I see little or no shad activity right here in front of me. There's some to the right. You see what happens when they come through like that, they kind of disperse the school of shad and then they kind of wait for them to school back up into a tight ball. That's when they attack again. Alright, let's try some top water. Well, I just had one on, first cast. I should have known better. Look at this. I should have known better. Had one on with popper. First cast. So I was kind of letting him fight until I could get my GoPro on, and I missed him. Or he came off. So the popper is going to work, especially when they're schooling up like that. Oh, there was one way out. Oh, I got him way out there. Come on, stay down. Keep some tension on him. I'm not going to lose this one. Come on. Oh well, I did lose him. Fought him too much, or roughed him too much. That's okay. I caught him. As far as I'm concerned, had him to the bank. I wasn't going to keep him. That was great. At least you got to see that. I hope I got that in the frame. Okay, thought I'd turn you back on. Starting to see some activity. There we go. What to tell you, just in time. They're in here. I knew it. They're coming in this way. I can see them. The set. The shad were starting to gather back up. Just before I turn the recording off, as I told you, I saw no activity, and then just a few minutes ago I started seeing the little circles appear on the surface of the water, and then more activity, and then all of a sudden they started boiling the surface. So you can kind of tell sometimes, and then sometimes they just blow up. That one didn't last long. As many of the blow-ups don't. Okay, I'm going to throw the popper through this little group of shad right here. See if we can't stir something up. Okay, let's see if we can drum one up way out there. Let's see if we can stir something up out of the deeper portion of the water. Safe. But look, I told you it's about time. Look at that. Come on, buddy. Come on. That wasn't what I'd call a school busting, but at least there was one good fish in there. Oh, down there they are. Man, they come up and they are gone. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right here, right here, right here. Okay, got one. Come on. Oh my gosh, I knew it. Didn't have a good hook set on him. Whew, man. Oh, tighten my drag just a little bit. Okay, I just caught one. There's a short little burst. Oh my gosh, and he got off. Darn, about had him again. I just got a hit. Just got another hit. 2 times. See if he'll go for a third. I'll be darned. I'm through with that one. Ah, there's a little one. Whoops. Smallest one I caught all day. Okay. I just took one. Kind of been like onesie twosie type of schools. Then that one was a pretty decent one. And then this little guy hit. Wow, he's a fat one. Alright, not a bad one. Chunky little guy. Oh, this is fun. Oh, okay guys, it's getting toward the end of the day. I think I'll head back to the house. It's been a nice day. Caught some fish, about 6 fish this morning. Came back this evening about 2 or 3. Really don't know what time it was. Kind of sprinkling the rain. Now it's cleared off, but I still managed to catch a few fish, even on top water, under these bright blue sky conditions. So I hope I got them all on GoPro, on my cap cam. So it's getting hot, I'm getting worn out. I don't know if I'll come back out tonight, I'm not sure. I'd love to when it cools off, but I caught several fish and I enjoyed it. Caught some nice ones, you'll see in the video. Well, I hope you've had fun watching this episode here at Halle Civic Center in Collierville, Tennessee. A great pond. I just wish this was closer to Johnson City. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the day as much as I have.